Hey coach, hope you're enjoying the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. We love those. Also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to become a better coach in less than $1 a day, you can do that. My mentor, my personal email address, I will help you become a better basketball coach. Go over and check it out. Let's head back to the video.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach Collins's voice is a tad better. That's
Tad
good.
better, yeah.
Tad
Yeah, it's
better.
good.
Not too
You must
bad.
be winning.
I'm not. We're banged up, but anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing where all my money is going. The Baldwin
Yeah,
Wallace College thing in the Middlebury. That's where all my money goes, to those two places. Hope they're spending it well. It's my colleges for my kids. Um, hey, before we jump into the topic, would you like to let's give a big shout out to our sponsor?
Game Changer. Game Changer. I'm loving some Game Changer. I just discovered this new feature. It's probably not new to Game Changer, but new to me because I just found it. Highlights. So it does video, it clips
Really?
all like for rebounds to by person, right? So they can go into the app, click on their name, and see all their highlight videos. Automatically does it. Yeah, it's so
That's
cool.
nice. Oh, grandma,
Yeah.
grandma would love that.
Well, even if they're just, like I had someone say to me the other day, I'm like, hey, we should do film review, or let's do film review. No, we should. Let's do film review. And he's like, oh, I've been going into the app looking at all my highlight videos. I'm like, what? I just discovered that. I'm like, oh, it's great. So, yeah, again, guys, go to Game Changer, go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops. If you're a youth coach, you need this app, period.
Right. Well, the
Yeah,
live stream part too. You didn't even talk about the live stream part where,
yeah,
like grandma can watch it on, in
right. You can't make
Wyoming.
it to the game, or yeah, right.
Right.
Or the mom or dad can't make it to the game. They can see it live. They can see the stats live. It records video.
Right. When
Um,
you're running around with your other kids, it's like
right.
I know
Yeah,
that's what happens. You quickly
absolutely.
forget. Um,
Yeah.
all right. So what's today's topic, coach?
We are going to talk about season end, like wrap up. What do you do, right? What does it look like for a youth coach to wrap up their season here in the States? We're talking February, so a lot of youth teams are just ending. And I had a few coaches reach out to me and say, "Hey, do you have X? What do you do for your team wrap up?" So yeah, we're going to dive into what that might look like for you. What do you say to your kids? Do you give them an evaluation at the end of the year? How do you keep them excited about playing between seasons?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it depends. Again, coaching youth hoops can be a wide range of levels
Correct. Right, and ages, right?
and
Levels,
ages.
ages, right?
So
Yeah,
I think what you're going to do with a third grader and what you're going to do maybe with an eighth grader are going to be different as far as
that's
scale
right.
goes.
Yeah,
And also, are you coaching their school team? Are you coaching just a rec team? Are you coaching?
that's right.
So I think there has to be. I've always thought there should be something at the end, some sort of celebration, some sort of can it be a pizza party? Can it be a banquet? Whatever it is, some
Hmm.
sort of celebration. But again, it changes with the ages, I think, and I don't want to say seriousness, but maybe level or you
Right.
know, um,
Yeah.
some of that stuff. But and again, I'm not probably going to sit down with every third grader and talk to them about, you know, um,
Yeah.
but definitely with middle schoolers, when I did my kids, I didn't it wasn't maybe an official valuation. Eighth grade, I definitely gave them an official one, but here's things you need to work on. Here's things you're good at. Here's, what do you see for yourself in the future? Blah, blah, blah. What do you want to be? What's your, talk about those goals and roles and goals kind of things, I think, moving
Yeah.
forward. I
Definitely
think are
with the
important.
seventh and eighth graders, I think you're absolutely right on. I do that now with the ones that I know that are, I'll call them serious, that they want to play in high school. And the other day I just told the girl, I said, look, it's January. You have high school tryouts in October. Like this is, yeah, that's just a few months away. right? And they'll have
Not very
open gyms
far.
starting, right? They'll have
Yeah.
open gyms in the middle or June and July, June or July. Then
Right.
they'll have, I mean, that's the summer program. Then they'll have open gyms at the start of the school year in August, September-ish time frame. And then, they'll have tryouts in November, or late November, I mean, late October, early November. So it's like, okay, if you're serious about playing in high school, it's time to turn it up and get some extra reps in. So, yeah, what I do for that age group is I give them a plan, at least a general idea of seriously, like if you want, what do you need to compete in high school? Uh, what do you need to do over the summer? And then I go through their strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
Right?
No,
Where they,
I think
so
that's important. I mean, and again, it's what I would also recommend. I did this with my kids is like I didn't do that with my son. I had someone else when we were going through stuff. I had one of my
yeah,
assistants or something just because it would be better.
definitely.
It
Yeah.
that a different voice to hear that.
Yeah.
Um, but again, if you remember they're 11. You don't need to have like a sit
No,
down banquet.
no,
Like
yeah.
people sometimes
But
go a little bit overboard.
well, I did what I did with when I had my youth team, we did awards just at the end of the year, MVP award, most improved. And I just I made up a few award names based on the team. And I thought, I have this player in mind. So, I'm going to come up with a unique name for that particular player, what their strength was. And then I just printed out little certificates, like the graduation certificates that you can buy at an office store, and I just filled it, office supply store, and just filled their names in, and everybody got it. It was fun, right? And they just talked
Right,
about each person,
right.
to the group. We had a party, and we just talked about each person. This is the more the younger grades, and um, we just had that celebration, and then we were done, right? If they wanted more, I gave them more, right? If they want, if they were looking to do, but at that age, if they're in a rec league, CYO league, they're done and on to their next sport, right?
Right. And
So,
part of it is like, you want a little closure.
right.
But you also want, you know, yeah, they're moving on. You got to remember their age level too. It's like, they just soon go to Pizza Hut or do
The
something.
priority though is got to get them back for next year, right? And get them
Yes.
excited to play, and the memories that they created on the team, and the how it ends is important. So yeah, absolutely, to just
Hey,
some sort of recognition.
I got a couple other points I want to talk about. Let's
Yeah.
talk about our sponsor again, brought to you by.
Yeah, game changer coaches, go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Game changer is an app that will record, create stats for you. Um, it's AI based, right? As well as parents are entering, rebounds, points per person. Uh, it is, if you're coaching a youth program, it is absolutely amazing, and it's free. So gc.com/coaching youth hoops to download your free version.
So tell me what would go into the eval that you would talk to for a kid.
What age group are you talking about?
Let's talk middle school, I think.
So middle school, yeah. So basically, it's not too in depth, but I have a sheet that I go through them, and I write down. It has kind of grading them by their, how well they passed, rebounds, etc. Right. And then with Game Changer, you can just go back and look at all their stats, right? If you're recording it and you're not going off your memory. But again, I don't go into a lot. I think about the sandwich technique, meaning here's the things that you did really well. Here are a few things you can improve upon. And then kind of here's the plan moving forward for you to focus on. And it's very light. It takes a couple, a minute or two. You don't want to spend a lot of time and I would also say it's person dependent. If I know they're a basketball player and they want to play basketball, or at least I'm not a fringe person, or they're just, they're just there for fun, and they're after next year and they're not going to play or in the next 2 years. But that's kind of how I think about it. And then like I said, we have the award ceremony as well, which I just made up, right? There's
Yeah, and
no
as they get older, the gag ones are kind of fun that you could do. Don't let the kids necessarily do them, but
yeah.
those can kind of be fun too. No, I always think, especially at this age, the younger ages, it should fit on a half a sheet of paper, three positives to one negative, probably five positive
Yeah.
negative if you really
Yeah,
want to be
exactly.
truthful. And then
Yeah.
the middle schoolers, I tended to get down to one sheet of paper. I just wanted it to be precise. Here's what you need. Here's what I saw, blah blah blah. Here's places if you need help or how
Mhm.
you can get help. I think that's important. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Just some feedback,
some
right? I think
feedback.
that's really healthy for the kids to grow, and it should be a positive experience for them at the end of the year. Again, that your goal is to get them to continue to play.
Yeah, you don't
As
want to be
Coach
there.
Collins always said,
You don't
you
want to
don't
be
want
their
to be their
last
last
coach.
coach.
All right. Anything else, coach?
That's it.
All right. And we got to go over and check out what?
GameChangerGC.com/coaching youth hoops to get your free Game Changer app.
Go get it. Bye.
Thanks for watching, Coach. Make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified every time we come back on. But you will not be disappointed with teachhoops.com. 14-day free trial. Let's go check it out. Have a great day.